engineer Iman. I saw the video before. I saw it, and of course I was, very stressed seeing this video of Netanyahu. But after we spoke about knowledge economy, and after you've put forward the vision, yes, he did not mention the government one word. He mentioned only the companies, and that was very positive. The other point addressed by Dr. Abla is that when you have conducted the study in 2004, you said that innovation is very important wherever it is. I'll just pick up the thread out of these 2 points. It's not very negative in Egypt, that's the good news. But before just describing what this big picture is, let's see where are we standing in terms of technology. In the context also, I like that one of the achievements and the Nobel Prize laureate, he said that the requirements and the needs and policies of the state, they affect technology and not vice versa. So I'll get back, just a step back. Where are we in terms of industrial evolution? We are in era number 4. After all, the industry depends on water, electricity, and the electronic systems and the IT automation. Since 2000, it's depending on the cyber system, including these terms like the mobile, the printing and the big data, and robotics, and all this technology is becoming a fact, a reality on the level of the IT companies in Egypt. Yes, maybe as a user, but as a developer also, they are all minor innovations, but we have to admit that the national system does not have the potential of showing all these innovations clustered together to give us an indicator about how innovation is in Egypt. We saw agricultural and we saw a lot of things in the video. Yes, we do have inventions in these areas. There are a lot of youth who innovated sensors in Hurghada to monitor and give us the infinitely what if anything just happened real-time, reporting of real-time suspensions or halting through certain sensors, and a cost of 1 over 100 reduction in cost, so we can just conclude instantly. That was a project undertaken by youth who were working with a water company in the governorate of Hurghada, but it's not declared, it's not announced. There are also other projects related to the autonomous vehicle, and some countries are bragging that they are the latest. But we do have companies with R&D that is classified globally. I won't mention companies' names so that it won't be propagandizing, but we do have centers that are considered at a very good ranking in R&D. We have youth also who are innovative and very interested, but again, they are interested in technology, but they're not very obvious, they're not illicit, they're not explicit, because the system itself doesn't show where does Egypt stand. As to precision agriculture, yes, there are startups, and there are a lot of companies where the annual profit classify them in accordance to global companies, and they have Egyptian technology where they can just put sensors and certain equipment and digital data that would forecast and weather and environment. So we have this precision agriculture, but they are all, what's the problem? They are individual efforts. It's applied, it's applicable, because this company, they are selling their products. Point is, again and again, these are not in a collective, if I can use it right, as a policy of the state. Then the capabilities and the skills are there. Yes, we can do things, a lot of things. Let's just mention some numbers. As you can see, what are the ways to enhance this system of innovation and the skills enhancement on the first level or on the highest level? We have certain numbers, and according to the CAPMAS in 2016, in the primary education we have 11 million that would reach approximately 5 million preparatory stage and half a million in secondary stages. That's the general education. Then moving to the graduates, university graduates, 500,000 per year. Out of these 500,000 who have a certain background, let us say engineering, production-wise, 57,000, out of which the engineering and IT skilled are 27,000. What see where it started and then where it ended, the number. The way out is not to wait that people wait for them to graduate in order to depend on the knowledge that they have or this wealth of population. Because at the very end, as you can see, the rate which is it's very few, like 27,000, but abroad, everyone is trying and now is thinking along these lines. For example, you'll find that the Amazon declared that in 2019 they are going to train 10 million students for the programming skills next year. 10 million students, people who didn't yet work, they are, like we say, kids. Why did they do so? Because they understand quite well that their future needs from the point of latest tech and the influence and the strength of IT contribution will need this number of youth. So they decided to invest it right now, and coding and programming are taught to kids. Reality shows that there is a big deficit in skills which are now basic. The industrial revolution, the fourth industrial revolution, at the very start, started with virtual and cyber issues and the virtual reality and all these things. That was the start. Then a lot of applications took place mobile-wise and the web-wise, and the outcome was an enormous wealth of information. This enormous wealth of information for Egypt is exactly similar to the human resources. What we invest in human capital and the result of revolutionary wealth of information are very similar. The artificial intelligence, the machine learning, and the learning, where the precision computing, all this allows you to work in areas that a lot of countries do not have the wealth of all these information to use. Areas, for example, the data analytics and the big data and so on. The deficit currently in the number of people who should work in artificial intelligence are about 2.3 million persons are requested by the year 20 and 21st. What does that seem to tell us? Well, companies started to launch initiatives to help the governments and extend assistance to the governments by giving grants and scholarships to the youth. Are we that far away from this? No, because in Egypt, the system of development of skills in IT and all the spheres of the knowledge economy, there are very good efforts. There are very good efforts starting from the post-university education. Post-university education, quote this, quote me on this, there is a gap, a big gap, between university graduates with skills and the requirements of the labor market, whether innovation-wise or on the routine or normal work, streamlined work in the companies, the mainstream. Most of the innovations here in Egypt are represented either through the entrepreneurs And of course, they had acquisitions by mega companies, or the other way by mega companies itself. That's how we see our innovations. Therefore, is there innovation? Yes, there is. Are there companies working in it? Yes, we have. Is it successful? Yes, it's successful, but it's not organized. It's dispersed. It's not visioned. It's not clear. I saw this video before. I was so heartbroken. I really couldn't express my sadness while watching this video. Why are they like that? Why are we not like that? But when I thought slowly, I decided that I really, analytically speaking, yes, there are projects, but they are not assembled in one place or in one picture. We currently, as stated, there are a lot of institutions affiliated to the Ministry of Investment, to the Ministry of Industry, and so on. They encourage the development of entrepreneurship, and they have a lot of initiatives on the level of the state, and they do. They have achievements. Projects graduate more than 60 new ideas and new startups with very successful ideas, but this is not on the institutional level. And again, I repeat, it's on the level of personal initiatives. It's personal initiatives. You'll find a lot of initiatives, but they are not assembled or clustered or well together. So what do we need? We need to really get deeper with with training and innovation discovery and creativity discovery inside the walls of the university and inside the walls of the schools. You can see the funnel, how it becomes very narrow, but one argument would say that the kids are not ready. Unacceptable. No, they are ready. This is not true, because in Amazon declared that the scientific or the graduating certificate has been completely omitted from the job requisitions for many reasons. With the industrial revolutions that are taking place, when you finish learning, you will have lost all the information. Also, skills are not based on this degree or whatever. Then the Egyptian youth are known. They are well known for their skills. They are smart on the university and school level. So I'm very optimistic, let me say, because I know that the development of educational system, where His Excellency the Minister of Education is having long strides and wide strides in this. First, the tablets issue. Then there are a lot of other steps to enhance the skills of the teachers. The objective to obliterate literacy and literacy of computers and digital, and our objective is to bring out of those the skills that would enable them to make startups while they are still in schools. After the meeting, I can't tell you names of people who worked. They just went to Amazon and Google, and there was a certain dilemma of the traditional points. Am I not going to go on with my education and so on, traditional ideas? So the way out is that we should delve to the level of schools and universities. But the governmental efforts are not enough on the level of the school. For example, there are a lot of plans to qualify the kids on the level of the universities. There are plans on the part of mega companies through studies and researching and grants and scholarships to allow the university graduate to be self-taught and self-made in the autonomous vehicles, which are the autopiloted vehicles, to start to train on this and to start to train in the machine learning and industrial artificial intelligence, and just at that point when the youth will be able to do that, they will be able to make the impact. I know from my work that these scholarships are available for the youth who can really be different and to make a difference. And I think that the cycle just needs to be expedited a while. As companies and as individuals, that's our role, to see where the skills are and to try to encourage them. But there's another role, institutional one, that should be taken on the part of the state, like this Netanyahu, when he was able to put the R&D in an intact form. The state should support us to make the efforts integrated through these all split entities to come together to show where are the skills of the youth with a good plan at a young age, where there are coding and programming skills. We will have the outcome of two things: super user, innovator, a person or a developer or a programmer. R&D for the innovator. How can I encourage him as an R&D? The programmer, I will teach him what am I going to teach him to be able to contribute to his society and the applications of the AI and machine learning. Here in Egypt, we have a privilege. Like Dr. Abla mentioned in her presentation about the skills stocks, the skills in the IT are one of the best, I would say, globally. And the reason behind that, of course, there are a lot of reasons behind that. And they are really hard workers, our youth. They struggle to reach objectives. So it's not very bleak. And what we saw in the video, we have. But again, individual approaches, individual initiatives. It's high time now that all these efforts would come together so that the institutions will be better able to show these skill stocks of Egypt, to encourage the big centers, the R&D to come here to Egypt. I've attended a lot of discussions 10 years ago for companies who were choosing between in the microwave electronics industry, would they come here or go to Israel? Personally, I attended these discussions. So, although as a state and as an institution permit the big mega companies to put the R&D centers here, but if we make an integration to all these individual efforts, which are based on the initiatives of the ministers, and if we were able to concentrate at a very young age with the youth, please don't say that in the schools they cannot think entrepreneurship-wise. No, they can have the start of that. And I have a lot of examples to validate this. And please don't say, no, they can't be trained. No, it's not the education of number of years. She's saying in English, education is the means of R&D concepts. التعليم شيء أهم جدا في كل هذه المفاهيم. However, innovation can start from primary, تأتي من المرحلة الابتدائية الابتكارات, and so we have to concentrate on the young age, then the university. These are not theories. We are going to see changes in the next period in the level of education, K-12. We are going to see also change on the level of university education, inter-ministries and with the mega international companies, because globally they need talents. So they give us these scholarships because they need the talents. And so this will enhance our probability that Egypt would be a hub for R&D, and to enhance the probability that Egypt would be also the hub of innovation and education. I'm really, really optimistic.
I'm very pleased that you are very optimistic. But let me focus on two important things. I am totally agree with that. We are working separately. But if I have a balloon with 10 gaps, so I have to fill in the 10 gaps. So these remote islands are not very enough. As you have said, the one who has all of these talents will join the army, and then I have to change the whole institution. I have to change the whole culture, and this will come when I change all the things upside down. So the story is very big.